latest news coming from the Nigerian Football Federation is that Super Eagles head coach Augustine Eguavoen has thrown in the towel. The 56-year-old reportedly resigned his position as head coach of the senior national team on Thursday afternoon. This is Nigeria Super Fans Forum. My name is Kayode Ogundare. My regular anchor, Femi Ashaolu, is unavoidably missing, but I am not alone on the program. With me is James Agberebi of CompleteSports.com.
Pleasure being on the show.
Yeah. James, breaking news. Let me ask you straight up. Are you surprised that Eguavoen resigned his position as head coach of the national team?
Yeah, for me, I wasn't surprised. You know, it's a normal trend in Nigeria. Once a coach doesn't do well, the next thing is he has resigned, he has been sacked. You know, you hear all kinds of, reports that. So the bottom line is he has stepped down. He's no more Super Eagles, and not only him, his assistants too. Emmanuel Amunike, Salisu Yusuf, and
the whole technical crew.
Yes,
everybody. Do you have an idea that probably they were induced to resign en masse, or you think this is a voluntary decision? Because it's curious how all of them would just reach the decision to throw in the towel at once.
I think it's an official. How will I put it now? I don't think they voluntarily left.
I was thinking the same. I'm not sure all of them would just have a family meeting where they would decide, let us resign. Okay, James was at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja when the Super Eagles took on the Black Stars of Ghana. James, you were there, we were not.
Yeah.
You saw beyond what we saw on the TV, you saw behind the scenes. Yeah. From your experience, were there things, sitting here now with the benefit of insight, were there things you thought Eguavoen should have done better on the day? Let's leave aside what they should have done before the match day. But on the day, during the match, were there things you thought he should have done that he didn't do, in your opinion?
For me, I think there are certain players who shouldn't have started that game.
Okay.
Because you're talking about Nigeria and Ghana here, and we know the rivalry.
Yes.
When it comes to Nigeria and Ghana, it's not about form. It's not about who has it, the most talented player. It's about who wants it the most. And that was what happened. That was what the Ghanaians did on that day.
Okay.
They wanted it the most. They were aggressive. While our players were just trying to dictate the game. But the Ghanaians were like, they came for war.
They were in their faces.
They came for war. They were very aggressive. You see them. The second ball, they were always there. So for me, I think starting certain players, I think Eguavoen got it wrong.
Okay.
Fine. You say Ian Acho didn't play well in the last game, and certain other players too. You should have still gone ahead. Certain players like Emmanuel Dennis, Lukman Aruna. Sometimes our coaches, I think what they do is they listen more to what people say.
The people are saying outside.
So you now kind of influence their decision. Because we have players on that day who they just don't understand
what it takes to play Nigeria, Ghana
because I think some of them, they felt Ghana didn't do well at the last AFCON. They lost to Comoros. But this is Ghana, Nigeria. It's not about your form. It's about passion. It's not the Jollof war is there.
Yes.
The entertainment industry, so many things. So I think the coach got his lineup wrong, substitution too wrong. So I don't know.
On this program, I remember telling Femi Ashaolu, I said the Ghana that played at the AFCON, they didn't do well, admittedly.
Yeah.
But if they had played against Nigeria, because of this tradition, this passion, this rivalry between these two countries, they wouldn't have been that bad the way they were to Comoros and the rest. Because this is Nigeria we are talking about. And I said they would have come at us with all guns blazing.
Exactly.
And I said, we should not make the mistake of underrating Ghana, thinking that we are playing the Ghana that went to the AFCON. I think that was what we did eventually, and we paid for it.
Okay, then another thing that I observed, even before kickoff.
Okay.
Problem has already started.
Really?
From outside. They locked some of the fans outside. They didn't allow, even with your ticket, you're still kept outside. People were shouting, like, let us in, let us in. They eventually did, and they got in. You also, the atmosphere was tense. It's not even about the fans. Now it's about the play. The fans, they did their job. They gave their all. They supported the team, but the players on the pitch, they just couldn't raise their game. The standard was too low. For Nigerian Ghana match.
Okay, let me ask you this. I've covered the Super Eagles extensively. I know what goes on in the press tribune when a match is going on like that. What was the mood like among the journalists there? The Ghanaian journalists and the Nigerian journalists?
For the Nigerian journalists, it was tension.
Wow.
Right from the first, they know what Ghana, what the game is like. Even the Ghanaians too, when they scored first, you saw everywhere just went dead. You know, because that was, you never wanted them to score first because of the first leg. That's why after that first leg, I told somebody that I don't like the scoreline.
Yeah, of course, I also said the same.
I said I don't like. That was why when they cancelled that penalty, I was pained. When Moses had that chance, I missed it. I said this team might come back to haunt us, and it did. When the game was going on in Abuja and they scored first, I said,
you knew that.
I said it's only a miracle.
That could got us.
Our Nigerian journalists, they were tensed up.
Oh, wow.
The Ghanaians too, when we collided, you saw that tension. It was all pressure for everybody. So it now got to a point of who wants it the most. Like I said before, it's not about your form, you paraded the most.
The best player, the better players.
And I give kudos to the Ghanaian players. They came into that game with the mindset that we are here for war.
You know what?
It's not about your capacity. It's not about the noise.
I said as much on our show.
It's not about the noise coming from the fans. They blocked their ears. They came with a game plan. They executed the game plan.
And they stuck to it.
Then our players, they were just, as in they just didn't turn up that day.
Wow. Okay, now, apart from the World Cup ticket, there's a little matter of a 12.2 million euros that Ghana will get.
Yeah.
But let's count our losses now as Nigerians. Apart from not being at the World Cup, as the media, we work in the media, what are the things you think we have lost by not going to the World Cup?
You know, for the fans, fine, the passion, and we understand their own side of not qualifying for the World Cup.
Exactly.
You know, we need this. When you look at sponsorship,
exactly, advertisements,
content creators, you know, all those things just wash down the drain.
Exactly.
You know, so that's the most painful part, aspect for, especially we that are into this media stuff. So it was very painful. It's like the players, they don't even know the consequences of what they did.
Exactly, because let me give you an example. Last time out in 2017, 2018, when we qualified, I did a lot of traveling. Practically all over Africa. I went to Russia. I saw places. I met people. I was fortunate at that World Cup. I met Maradona. I met Pele. I met almost. I also met Putin. So those were the kind of opportunities I thought you guys would have had this time around. This time around, if you had gone. And it's so annoying because I couldn't keep the annoyance to myself because this was us losing this game from under our own nose. And so some people have said I am too harsh on the players that they did their best. I said their best was just not enough.
It was not good enough at all.
So James, it seems like see you in the next 4 years.
It's sad because we continue to say it. We can't run away from the fact that we need to work on our league. This idea of always going abroad. Fine, we have Nigerians scattered all over, and you can't see you can't stop them from playing for Nigeria. But it's one thing to be a Nigerian, and you have that Nigerian spirit. We all watch the Super Eagles of old.
Exactly.
We know anytime they play with passion.
Exactly.
You know, it's not just I'm talented. No, there's so many things involved, which this current team is lacking.
Okay, like I always said, there are always many casualties when things like this happen. Now, let's project into the future. Next Super Eagles coach, foreigner, indigenous. Who would you go for?
I'll go for a foreigner.
A foreigner?
Yes.
Like, seriously?
I'm tired of this local no.
Like the rest of Africa, we are all coming back home. Like 4 out of the 5 coaches going to the World Cup now are domestic, indigenous coaches. Why do you think Nigeria should go back on that train?
I'm not saying we should go for a Guardiola no, they have decent foreign coaches who just need to come.
There are also decent Nigerian coaches in Nigeria. Yeah, I can tell you, for example, now that we've actually not allowed Amunike to do the job.
But the problem there is, when you are, just like what you said now, exactly, when we have a local coach, too many interferences.
Exactly.
Contract issues, scouting, okay, you bring a player, you identify a player, they say, no, we have this player that is banging in goals, why are you not giving him a chance? So many distractions. But you know, a foreign coach, you know that respect, they will still want to like, okay, let's give him his free. No, fine, we have good coaches, local coaches, but external distractions.
On that note, we come to the end of today's episode of Niger Superfans Forum. Join us again next time when I come your way. My name is Kyle Ogundare. Like I said, Femi Ashaolu will be here the next time out. Peace out.